What's going on, LEGO Maniacs? It's Ty, the LEGO guy here, and welcome to another Old School Wednesday review. Today we're taking a look at the very first, basically Rock Raider sets to kind of hit the channel. The Hover Scout is the first one we'll take a look at. That's set 4910. It had 40 pieces, one minifig, retailed for $3 US, and it came out in 1999. We'll also take a look at the Rapid Rider. That's set 4920. It had 39 pieces, one minifig, retailed for $4 US, and again came out in the same year, being 1999. This is actually a pretty interesting theme, kind of a mix between city and space, at least that's how I've always viewed it. And it's also where, you know, they fight those big rock monsters and they're after those power crystals. Anyways, this one should get pretty interesting, but enough talk, let's get right into it. And to start us off, we'll begin by taking a look at the Hover Scout. So let's give you guys a 360 view of the two smaller builds that are included. You get this awesome looking little speeder, along with basically a utility stand. It's basically what I want to call it. It has one of those awesome crystals, a light, a saw, pickaxe, and a walkie-talkie. And it also has a very unique, or at least I should say unique to the theme, computer printed piece. There are no stickers in either of these sets. So let's give you guys a little bit closer look of the speeder. Now it is pretty simple. There's only maybe 10 pieces on it, but I think for what it is, it works really well. I love the fact that they use one of these basically foot looking pieces as the base of it. I could actually see myself getting a number of these sets just to get these little speeders. And the other little build that we'll take a look at is this awesome looking little utility stand. Now this computer, I don't know quite what it's trying to say, but it does look like there's graphs and whatnot. Even looks to be maybe some, I don't know, is that Chinese writing in the top left corner? Anyways, it's an interesting looking computer piece to say the least. And the fact that you get all these little items also is pretty awesome. One other thing that's included is another printed piece on the top, which is generally a console we see with LEGO Star Wars sets, but they actually included it in the Rock Raider set. Actually, this one's a little bit different than the one I'm thinking of. So yeah, it is unique. There's actually a lot of different pieces they use that are also in the Star Wars theme. For this theme, in fact, let me just show you guys. The only other theme I know that includes the Star Wars binoculars. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I have again not seen it in any other theme besides Star Wars. Anyways, that pretty well does the Scout. We'll now move on to the Rapid Rider. Now we've made our way to the Rapid Rider, and I'm just gonna say it, it is an odd looking vehicle. Give you guys 360 view. It's not bad looking, it's just different looking. Like, it sort of reminds me of a sled. Should almost be being towed by like some dogs. Obviously it's not, this is in the future, but that's just what it kind of looks like. Like, if you even look at the underbelly of it, it is a sled piece that they're using for, right? Which it does look like it flies. So it's just kind of odd. There's an area in the back where you can keep one of the rocks, and we'll actually just show you guys what's inside of that. So when you open it up, it actually includes an awesome looking little green crystal, and I absolutely love the way these look. I just think they look very, I don't know, I love translucent green pieces, translucent pieces in general. I just think that this looks really cool. Getting back to the model though, you'll notice it has another printed piece. So it has a printed piece in the front, which is actually in teal, which is quite unique for LEGO, especially back in the late 90s. They really didn't give us teal pieces. And then we also got another one of those little computer console pieces. And then back here we have the Rock Raider logo, and that again is another printed piece. There are no stickers in this set, which I really appreciated. And it's also a nice little area where you can kind of store the rocks. Like, once they find them, they kind of store them back there, and then they can fly off with it. All in all, this is a decent set. I do quite like the lights as well, and it uses one of those stomping foot pieces again, just to kind of hold the base together. Anyways, that pretty well does both the sets. Let's now take a look at the minifigs. And here we have the two minifigs that are included. So she came with the Scout set and he came with the Rider one. And I love the fact that she is rocking the X-Marine helmet. That just looks so good. It's one of my favorite old school space helmets, and love the fact that she's wearing that. As you can see, the minifigs don't have any back torso printing. There's no back face printing either, but they have some nice torso printing, nice face printing. In fact, let's actually just remove her helmet to reveal her face, which is actually, I do believe that this face is also included in the agent theme, which is kind of interesting. So there's kind of like they used it in a couple different themes, which I can appreciate. It is a unique looking face print for sure. And then we have the gentleman on the right, and yeah, nothing too crazy, just has a bunch of pouches and whatnot. Almost looks like she's wearing a jumpsuit, which is interesting. Anyways, that pretty well does the figs. One other thing I wanted to mention is you can actually open up the visor to reveal her face as well. Again, it's just like the X-Marine theme. Anyways, those are the minifigs. Let's now get into the end of the review and get my final thoughts. Well guys, that was my review. Do hope you enjoyed it. Honestly, these sets are actually quite interesting. I think that the detail on the minifigs is also pretty good. The vehicles are, they're the smallest that was kind of produced from this theme, or some of the smallest, but I still think that they were quite good. They gave us a lot of different little tools, a lot of different unique printed pieces, which they could have maybe thrown in only in bigger sets, but they decided to stick them in these smaller ones. I can't wait to get more into this theme though and get into some of the bigger kind of like vehicles and whatnot, drills. They have those awesome chrome drill pieces, and I think it would be really cool to get my hands on one just to kind of see it in person. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are on this theme, if you like it, if you don't. Areas you think they could maybe improve on it. I just think it was very unique, and we don't quite include it in the space themes. However, it gives you very much space vibes looking at these sets. Like obviously this is sometime in the future, and these are the vehicles that they're kind of using. But yeah, that's pretty well gonna do this review. But if you liked it, leave it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing and click that bell so you're notified for any future old new sets we do on the channel. We do one basically almost every Wednesday, and I really enjoy doing them. They're a lot of fun, taking a look at these older themes and what LEGO was kind of giving us back in the day. But yeah, that's all I got for you again. But thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.